All right, there we go. A little bit of Tarpon Springs here from Florida. How about that? Now there's a beautiful looking thing. Oh, fantastic. How you guys doing out there? Welcome to the show. My little tribute to Tarpon Springs, Florida. Peter Heckema. Gotta love that. Unfortunately, can't wear the Speedos today. It's just a little too nippy out. Yeah, no Speedos today. How is everyone doing out there? Welcome to Traveling with Bruce, the afternoon show. I'm a little early, I think. I might be a little early. Yeah, I can actually just kind of hang out, not even do anything. I just sit here and just kind of go, whenever I want to start, I'll start. How's it going, you guys? Welcome to the show. Welcome to what is it today? Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, Feb 28th, last day of February. A mind blower to me. The end of February already. I'm not ready for New Year's Eve. I don't know about you guys, but geez, has time going by here. When you're a YouTube creator, time flies. It's unbelievable. I've had kind of a quirky day today on the YouTube channel. I don't know about you guys, but my channel was down a bit earlier today, having some technical issues, I think, what was going on. And what kind of quirky. Let me just see if I can even show up my own show. See by my show, I'm saying I can see myself in the camera here. So hello, everybody. And now I've got something popping up on my screen that shouldn't be there. What the heck is going on? And just pardon me, folks, while I try to sort it all out. There we go. I'm here. Hi. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're getting me all right. Let me just double check over here, make sure I'm getting my own show on my own devices. Yes, indeed. There we go. I got a Star Trek ad running right now. Ooh, I wonder if that pays really good money on YouTube. I don't know. Hard to say. 35 of you are here. Welcome one, welcome all. They're all piling in one after the other. Glad to see you folks. Welcome to Traveling with Bruce here. A little bit of caffeine-free Coke going into this mug right now. There we go. Cheers to one. Cheers to all. Fantastic. Here in Creston, where I am. I'm in Creston, British Columbia, Canada. Love talking about cruise ships. Where I am right now, just north of the U.S. border. It's kind of yucky out. We've had snow off and on since last night, but it's 32 degrees, 33 degrees outside. So it's just melting as it hits the street. And it's adding to the lawn, but it just kind of makes the lawn look whiter than normal because of the dust that had been falling on it, I guess. A little fresh coat of paint, I suppose, but this isn't going to last long if we keep these temperatures going. We'll have to see how that plays out. I'm doing well here. The channel continues to plug along. We are approaching 17,000 subscribers. I've just noticed, let me just take a quick peek here. Get that and popped up there. There you go. You can hear me. 17,000 subscribers. See, that's just what I said. We're approaching 17,000 subscribers. Right now, we are at 16,924. Wow, 16,924. We might make 17,000 later today. I don't know. 16,924 as we are live on the air. Let me write that down. 16,924. This is for my personal record keeping. I always love tracking how my daily numbers are going along. I can look through my notebooks and go through and see when I hit 8,000, when I hit 5,000, when I hit 11,000. It's always kind of cool to see that. Sorry about the hair. It's a little kind of mussy today, but whatever there is of it. I'm just in a quirky mood today. Welcome one, welcome all. Bit of news today on the old cruise ship front. I found a number of articles this morning where Royal Caribbean has been putting out the word. We're pushing it. We're pushing it. The Navigator of the Seas, the ship that had the stabilizer problem last fall. It has just come out of dry dock, a delayed dry dock, but nonetheless, it's come out. $115 million is the official number that they say that they used to upgrade the ship. And they've added that massive water park feature on the back of the ship. I think it's an 800-foot long. I think it's 800-foot long water slide system. It's quite unique, and first of its kind, probably the longest at sea at the moment. So it's a current record holder. It's quite amazing how when I was a kid, I remember seeing photos. You probably did too. If you're my age, you probably remember seeing postcards that people would send home, from holidays. People drive. You remember this? You drive to Florida for the winter for a little getaway. Especially if you're living in eastern U.S., you drive south to Florida for the winter, and you'd be in a motel somewhere in Tampa or Sarasota or Miami or Daytona Beach or what have you, Ocala, wherever. And you send back a postcard to friends and family, relatives, and there would be a picture of the motel that you were at, and usually there would be a picture of the pool because when in Florida in January you go swimming in a swimming pool, and the pool would have a water slide. And do you remember those slides? It was basically the slide that you had at a children's playground. I mean, it was just just straight in. I think people had to scoop water with their hands and kind of swoosh it up the slide to get it wet so that when you came down, you could slide down. Now here we are in 2019. These cruise ships, my goodness gracious, the water systems that they have to create to handle these water slide systems on board a cruise ship. I keep thinking of that and going, wow, am I saying that right? Yes, there's a water slide ride, many of them, on cruise ships that move through the oceans. It's insane. Modern technology and the man's engineering brain has just come up with some unbelievable stuff. And this doesn't feed anyone in Ethiopia. This is just for us to have fun on a cruise ship, to keep those kids of ours occupied and entertained. It's incredible what we've been able to accomplish as a species. I'm saying it's insane. It's just insane. I think I have seen photos of early Carnival cruise ships and others. I'm sure you have too over the years, where you've seen photos of the pool decks of the ocean, cruise ships from say the 80s and the 70s. The Love Boat, remember the Love Boat? That vintage where there is a slide that goes into the pool, and it starts at a right angle. And so instead of aiming straight into the pool, it aims beside the pool, and then it comes around as a 90-degree angle and comes into the water. That was a water slide by the pool. I mean, what a concept. Then, of course, we saw the first of the first 360-degree turn type water slide, and on it went. The development of it and the evolving of it is unbelievable. Anyway, the Navigator of the Seas has got a pretty complex system of water slides on board her now as part of this $115 million redo. And partly on one of them, you're on a mat laying down face first, and you're like a racer. You're just going. It could be a lot of fun. I think for someone my age, I might be past the eligibility of doing it from surviving it. I think I'd get just as much of a kick watching people do it than not doing it myself. But anyway, that's just me. What I don't know, folks, what I cannot tell you today, I would love to tell you this. I would love to say that I found this news from Royal Caribbean or somewhere. Cannot dig it up yet. I'll keep looking. What happened to the stabilizer on that cruise ship? Did they repair the stabilizer on that cruise ship? Because that Navigator of the Seas, on her last couple of months, when they had that stabilizer issue off the coast of Spain back in October, I think it was, ever since, it's been a rocker. That ship has been a rocking, and not the kind where you don't bother knocking. I'm not talking about that kind of rocking. I'm talking about a ship that's been doing this as she's been going forward, and it's been making some people unwell. Did they replace the stabilizer? Did they repair the stabilizer? What is the story on the stabilizer? every press release I've seen, all the vloggers and bloggers and all the folks out there who get paid to also promote this stuff, none of them are talking about the stabilizer. So I cannot tell you if you are booked on that ship or not, whether or not you're going to get seasick or not, because it's going to be rocking like crazy. Because I had a high number of people write to me and say, hey, yeah, you know that Navigator of the Seas? You did that story about that 4 months ago. I was on that 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks or a month ago, whatever it was. Still rocking and rolling, way too much movement, way too unstable in the ocean. I don't know what the story is. You would think that if you were Royal Caribbean, I mean, if I were the president of Royal Caribbean, I were the head promotions officer of the company, I'd want to brag about the fact that the ship's stabilizer systems are up and running all as well. But that would be admitting that there was a problem. So you remember, they had a technical issue off the coast of Vigo, Spain, the kind of technical issue where they brought the ship in right away from the North Atlantic in heavy seas. They brought it right into Vigo, and then they technically connected a pumper unit to the ship with hoses that went into to pump water out, because the ship was taking on water because there was a technical little breach in the hull because the stabilizer had hit something or something had happened, and they had this little technical issue. They offered some refunds and credits, and they had a whole bunch of upset people, and this next cruise after that was all screwed up and fouled up, and the ship didn't go across the Atlantic like it was supposed to go across the Atlantic, didn't go to New York, it went south and went across the southern Atlantic instead to avoid some of the heavier seas, and they called it a heavy sea issue. They didn't say that they were having stabilizer problems, but the folks who were on that ship, they let a whole bunch of them let me know. They said, Bruce, you're the only one who's talking about this. We were on this rocking and rolling ship across the Atlantic, and we didn't like it. I can't tell you what's going on with the stabilizer. I have no idea. So what we're going to do now, we're going to play the guinea pig game. And the old guinea pig game is we're going to sit here like this, and we're going to wait for the first number of cruises to take place on the Navigator of the Seas. And we're going to find out if anyone's complaining about how the ship is rocking and rolling when it's at the sea, on sea at not, in the seas or not. Is it the stable or isn't it? We have to play that game because I can't find any news. Now, if anybody out there knows anything about this, somebody has a connection, somebody out there has a contact with senior management of the Royal Caribbean, or does somebody know somebody at the shipyard where they did the work in the Bahamas? I doubt it. I'd sure love to know, what did they do underneath the waterline on that cruise ship? Did they ever resolve the stabilizer problem, the technical issue with respect to the stabilizer? I'd love to hear that, and if anybody knows, that would be great. Anyway, there you go. That's that little piece of news. The ship now is in Miami. It just did a 2-day, they call it a 2-day shakedown cruise. They're getting ready for their first passengers. I think that is tomorrow, March 1. It's a 9-day cruise. It's doing a series of cruises going forward for the next few weeks, and then then it'll begin to do 3 and 4 day or 4 and 5 day cruises out of Miami, short quickies, and they will be visiting the Coco Key island that they have in the Bahamas, the one that's just been sinking $200 million into. They'll be taking runs out to there. So hopefully it'll all work out. It'll be great. I wish nothing but the best for Royal Caribbean and that ship, because it's been a popular ship for its entire run. It's now been heavily renovated, so I'm sure it's really nicely refreshed everywhere. Could be a winner. Just kind of curious about the stabilizer. That's all. I just want to know if anyone's going to puke on the ship. That's all I'm asking. Nothing technical. Just, are people going to puke on it, or are they going to be fine? Can someone tell me? We'll see. All right. I guess maybe I'm just being too demanding for too much information. I don't know. Okay. Other news. This week in the cruise world has been a busy week. There's been a number of ships launched and who've reached, these are brand new ships under construction that reached various milestones in their creation. And we have heard very little about these ships here in North America, and let me tell you why. Our friends at Carnival, they own a cruise line, a number of cruise lines. One of the cruise lines they own and operate is called Costa Cruises. Costa, C-O-S-T-A. Costa Cruises works mainly in the European theater. They operate in the Mediterranean. They operate in Northern Europe or the British Isles. They'll take you up to St. Petersburg. They will take you over to the Canary Islands. Costa does a lot of cruises in that region, but they cruise worldwide. But the Costa line is known for European-centric cruising. This week, two ships. The first one is Venezia. The Venezia just got delivered to the cruise line from the builder, I believe out of Italy. It's a 5,200 passenger ship. It's big. This thing is big as the Bliss. Big, really big. We've heard nothing about it. It got released today, last 24 hours, to the ship line, because we won't hear a darn thing about that ship. It's going to China. It's going to be sailing in the China market, and so the North American cruising market is really not going to hear about it because, you know, we're not going to be on it. The second ship, the Smeralda, which I always, this name has always kind of stuck with me. I'm going, Smeralda. This sounds like a fairy tale name that you would give a maybe a bad witch. Smeralda, you know. Instead of, you know, Christina the good witch, you have Smeralda the nice name. I don't know. I'm just an old man going down memory lane here. Smeralda. The name Smeralda just seems to me to be from a fairy tale. In any event, 2019 November, this ship will be completed. The ship has been removed from its first phase of construction, is now going through completion. It will be sailing the Mediterranean only, and it is a huge ship. It is an LNG powered ship and will be specializing in the Mediterranean area. There's all kinds of press on it over there, but nothing over here. Another ship that's been getting a lot of got a little bit of press here, not a lot, from Royal Caribbean, Spectrum of the Seas. The Spectrum of the Seas has been built in Germany in the indoor facility where they built the, I believe the same facility where they built the Bliss, and they've built other ships indoors there. The Spectrum of the Seas was brought out, was hauled out of the massive warehouse where she was constructed, and she's now doing her sea trials, getting ready for her sea trials, being delivered to the North Sea, and she will then apply her trade in China. She's a brand new, gorgeous ship, 5,000 plus passengers, destined for the China market for Royal Caribbean. And so that one came out. And then MSC, the folks at MSC, the Swiss-based company, they've just taken delivery of the Bellissima, the Bellissima, is how you say it, Bellissima. 4,500 passenger ship, Mediterranean and European sailings is where that one is going to be doing her thing. A big ship as well. And again, another one that got a little bit of press in North America, but not a lot. It's all for the European market. Makes sense. The European market, to give you an idea, is the second or third largest in the world. The number one market is the Caribbean for cruise passengers. About 34% of all cruisers, cruises and cruise passengers go to the Caribbean. Mediterranean is in second place. It fluctuates from time to time depending on economic conditions and this type of thing. The country of Turkey is desperately trying to get into the cruise game. The country of Turkey has been offering, in effect, cash to cruise lines to bring passengers here. They'll pay a cruise line to bring passengers to Turkish ports. They want business. The president, Erdogan, he is desperate to keep the economy rolling and expand that economy. He's got 80 million Turks to keep happy. I don't know how many he's put in jail since his coup attempt and all this nonsense, but he's under unbearable pressure to perform economically, and so the country is trying to get cruise ships to head on over there. I would be leery of taking a cruise into Turkey if I were in the journalistic business. I think as a YouTube creator, I don't know if I'm necessarily known as a journalist, but if I were working for the New York Times or the Washington Post, I don't think I'd be on a cruise ship going into Turkey. Because the passenger list has to be released to the country. They know who's coming in, and yeah, there's a few journalists that have sort of taken very long holidays without notice in Turkey, never to be heard from again. a state accommodation that apparently does not allow one to take long walks outside of the walls. Yeah. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. But nonetheless, the European market, the Mediterranean market, has been good. The question now will be, as always, will everybody just get along over there? At the moment, we're beginning to see some unsettled nonsense happening between India and Pakistan. Unfortunately, those two countries are nuclear capable. They both have nuclear weapons, unfortunately, and they're not getting along right now. Some jets were shot down over Pakistani territory. That doesn't affect cruising directly firsthand right there, but it does affect air flights and air routing. If it got out of hand, or if other interested parties in the region begin to take sides with respect to whom they like to support and not, then it can spill over into other geographical areas. In other words, it can spill out. Thankfully for cruisers, the Pakistani Indian Kashmir area is well inland and is not near cruise ports. But you know, if Turkey wants to get involved, Iran and other players, China and others, who knows how far it can spread. We don't then know what the possibilities are. But at this point, Europe is fine. This summer should be fine. And business is growing in Europe as well for the cruise sector as a whole. All right. Last bit of news I'll talk to you about today. It's not really news. It's more of a cruise thing I've put together. I was on one of my favorite websites called vacationstogo.com. The folks that I keep telling you should be sponsoring my show. I was taking a look at some cruises, and I put a couple together that I thought I'd mention to you today. It's kind of like a hey, wouldn't you like to do this kind of a deal, and get your reaction to it. I found two cruises that are kind of back to back, and if you took them both, you're going to cover quite a bit of geography. Let me start off with this. The first one here. The first cruise is on Norwegian. It's the Norwegian Star cruise ship, which I think is similar to the ship that Tom Henry is on right now. He's on the Dawn, and I think the Star is a sister ship to that ship. You would be on her for 14 nights from March 30th until April the 13th, and it is a Panama Canal cruise, a bucket list for a lot of you out there. If you haven't done it already, you'd leave Los Angeles on March the 30th, and you'd head to Miami. And it's a 14-day cruise, 2 weeks, inside room, $668. And this is where I caught the number here. I've seen the ocean view and the balcony pricing, which are a bit more than that. But I was focusing on the cheap price because of what a bargain this is. And just bear with me as I go over both of these cruises. So the first cruise will be March 30th until April 13th from LA to Miami, $668 a night for the cruise, $47 a night. $47 a night on that ship. Now, if you pay a little extra, you can get some perks like a drink package and specialty dining and some other stuff. But I think you have to pay at least the tips and all that sort of stuff extra. It's up to you. But the base rate, $668 for an inside room, $785 ocean view, $1,318 for balcony, and then $2,100 for a suite. I just concentrate on the inside. This cruise leaves Los Angeles on the 30th of March. Then it has a sea day, ends up in Cabo San Lucas for a day. Then it has another sea day after that, and then it has Acapulco for a day. I don't know how safe Acapulco is these days. I hear good and bad things about Acapulco. Then it has a sea day, ends up in Guatemala and Puerto Quetzal. Then it ends up in Nicaragua at San Juan del Sur, and then it ends up in Costa Rica for a place called Punta Arenas. And those are the stops. It then has a sea day. It goes through the Panama Canal for a full day, ends up in Cartagena, Colombia for a day, 2 sea days, and bingo, you're in Miami. Now, you get off the ship. It's April the 13th, 2019. You're off the ship. All right, you spend one night in the area because the next day, the 14th, you're getting on another cruise ship. You got to get to Fort Lauderdale, 33 miles away from Miami. You have to get to Port Lauderdale. When you get to Fort Lauderdale, April the 14th, you're getting on another ship, and this one is the Celebrity Silhouette. And it's a nice 5.5-star cruise ship indeed, and it is on a 13-night repositioning cruise from Fort Lauderdale to Southampton, London, England. And you end up going from LA to London, England via the sea. And this one here, 13-nighter, $636 for an inside room. That's such a good deal. That's $48 a night. But this ship comes with a $75 credit for the cabin, so that's $37.50 off for each passenger, making this this trip more like a $44 a night trip than $48. You start in Fort Lauderdale. You end up the first day in Nassau, Bahamas. You may or may not get off the ship, depending on how you believe in my videos or not. Then you have a sea day. Then you're in Bermuda for 2 days, which is quite nice and quite safe. Then you've got 5 sea days. You are in Lisbon, Portugal, which is a nice place to visit. Then you have 2 more sea days, and you're in Southampton. And now you're in Europe. You can decide from there, what are you going to do now? You've come all the way from Los Angeles to London, England. The base fare for both of these cruises combined is $1,300 over 27 days. Not bad. 4 weeks of sailing, practically, almost 4 weeks of sailing, and you spend $1,300 to get here. Now, I admit there's taxes and fees extra, there's tipping extra, and there's drinks and so on. It's all extra, but nonetheless, you've come halfway around the world just on a cruise. And we've thrown in the Panama Canal as a freebie. Pretty good deal. $636 for an inside for the second cruise, $733 ocean view, $830 for a balcony with a $75 credit. What I haven't mentioned on both of these cruises is if you're a shareholder of Norwegian for the first cruise and you're a shareholder of Royal Caribbean for the second cruise, you get cabin credits of that's upwards of $200 to $250 per cruise off the top as well. So you take that into effect, you're really talking about a good chunk of your tip money is covered, or port charges and fees. That's already covered with these cabin credits that you're earning already as shareholders. So these 2 trips back to back would make one heck of a lot of sense. Pretty good deal. Starting March 30th of this year, so it's a month from now, until April the 27th. And of course, being in Southampton, April the 27th, that's just the beginning of May. We're out of the worst of winter, obviously. And from there, it's up to you what you want to do next. Do you take any cruises in Europe or a river cruise? Or are you going to just grab a train ride or a Ryanair jet and fly into the mainland, onto the continent, or do some traveling throughout Germany or France or Spain? Hey, totally up to you. I can envision this. I can envision this as a university student-aged couple. This would be a great trip for those 2 kind of kids. No children, no mortgage, no car payments. Perhaps mom and dad can help out. They would be able to get a trip of a lifetime in here before they have to settle down and go to school or after graduation now get a job and get to work. But wow, that caught my imagination. I thought, wow, that'd be a neat back-to-back set of cruises from LA all the way to Southampton. Man, that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, that was my little thought. I want to welcome all of you to see me today. I want to let you know I have a group page on Facebook called Traveling with Bruce, spelled with 2 L's, Traveling with Bruce. Come on by the group page on Facebook and visit with us between these live shows. Love to have you on board. Just ask to join. I'll be more than happy to let you in. Folks are posting photos and videos of their trips. Tom Henry, one of my faves. I see him here. He's talking. He is on a cruise ship right now. He's been posting photos the last couple of days with he and Paul Wilgus are on the Traveling with Bruce group cruise that never was, that started in San Juan, and letting us know how much fun they're having. A number of you folks have been posting fantastic photos and other information on there. I want to thank you all very much for doing that. I love seeing what comes on there all the time. It's an open group. Just talk about what you want to talk about, but be mindful. We love to talk about cruise ships, and we like it to be PG rated. I will remove what if I have to. If I have to remove something that is a PG rated, I will. I've only had to do it one time. It's been great. I'm so happy with this group. So please come on by and say hi to me and visit with us. 34 thumbs ups already on this show. Thank you, everybody. If you've never been here before, if you're a new subscriber to this channel, and with 16,924, I know a bunch of you are new. A lot of you have not even been here 6 months. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this chat. Please sign in and say hi. Let me know, where are you watching me from? What's your high temperature today where you live? What's the price of gas where you live? We're always curious about that. Did you get an ad today when you were watching my channel? Did someone advertise to you? Who's advertising to you? I'd love to know who that is. And say hi to me. By all means, let us know you're the first timer here. We'd love to say hi to you. You have any questions about cruising or anything I've talked about? Fire away. If my viewers might answer before I even get to your question, you might have an answer already, but I'll do what I can to help you out as well. Thank you, one. Thank you all for joining us today. Today is Thursday. As I said, February the 28th. This is the first of 2 shows. I will be on again live today at 8 o'clock Eastern for live trivia, as I do every Tuesday and Thursday night. I've got my questions already locked, loaded, ready to roll, and I look forward to having you come by tonight at 8 o'clock this evening. That is in an hour, and well, not even that. What is it now? 5:30 roughly, so 2.5 hours from now, I'll be on the air again. All right. Let's see who's here and visit with you guys. Talk to me. Who's come by? Who's saying hi? Vivian has been here already from the United Kingdom. Darling, how are you doing? John LeBeau, good afternoon, TWB, everybody. Raleigh, it's 60 degrees in Raleigh. Not bad, mostly sunny. Tom Henry is here. Hey there, Tom, buddy. How you doing? Wendy Thompson is here. Linda Lou from Reno is hoping that she can stay connected on for the entire show, because her internet has been in and out with the winds and the nonsense weather out of Reno. It's just been crazy. Who else is here? Tom Henry says it's 78 off the coast of Antigua. We departed the port at 5:25 or 4:20 Eastern time. Right on. Let's see. Linda Lou, it's almost time to eat again, Tom. Right on. Wendy Thompson is here. Were there any port runners? Tom Henry says, Paul and I went ziplining today. We had a great time. The video will be posted later tonight. Dinner is at Cagney's tonight, 7 o'clock our time. Man, he just kills me. We gets to eat at these beautiful specialty restaurants. Fantastic. Linda Lou says, I've always wanted to zip line. Sounds like a great time, says John. Eat some dessert for me, Tom, says Linda Lou. Tom, 12 zip lines. Some were very short. I had trouble staying straight. Seemed to like to go backwards or sideways. I'm not saying anything, Tom. It's the zip line. It's not you. That's all I'm going to say. It's the zip line. It's not you. Linda Lou, we all wish we were with you there, buddy. Wendy's saying, have a drink for me. Chocolate ice cream for sure, Linda Lou. That's what I'm having. I like chocolate, says Linda. Wendy Thompson, anybody on board know about Bruce? Tom Henry, not yet. Not even one question. When I wear the T-shirts around, I did spend $40 yesterday trying to buy a Speedo, laugh out loud. It was almost late getting back to the ship. No Speedos in the Barbados. Tom, I have my pair right here. I mean, come on, buddy. Oh, my God, Tom. Park West is on the ship. Cindy has a nice birthday present coming. Oh, my gosh. Deb Gourmet. Hello, Bruce and TWB family. 23 Fahrenheit. We got about 5 inches of snow last night on top of about 1.5 feet we have already. Unbelievable. Hang in there, Deb. Linda Lou, you're a great hubby there, Tom. Hi, Deb, says Linda Lou. Tom Henry, hi, Deb. Everyone wish Cool Jazz a happy birthday today. He is here in picture form, looking out the window at the waves with us. Wendy, oh no, Deb. You know the other 4-letter word that starts with S is sand. Oh yes, there you go. Tom Henry, Cindy was not at her party in our cabin, laughing out loud. Oh my gosh. Let's see what's else going on here. Group's having a wonderful chat with each other. Cat Rose, 55 and sunny. Hi there, Cat Rose. Sacramento is where she is. Tom Henry, we're on our way to St. Thomas now. A full day in store tomorrow. First time parasailing for both of us, and then a trip to the Marriott to pick up the hoodies the Crazy Rich Guys twins never got, and a trip to the Sky Ride. Right on, sir. I'm curious to see if your hoodies are waiting for you, and if there's any comments from anybody there. It's going to be quite interesting. Look forward to that. John LeBeau, hi, Cat. Deb Gourmet, Tom Henry, that was very thoughtful of you to make the cake calorie-free for Cindy. I'm sure she knows you were thinking of her. Cat Rose is saying, at least it's not crazy weather like yesterday. Linda Lou, parasailing is fun. I've done that in Mexico a couple of times. Cat Rose, I've never done it, but I'd like to someday. Tom Henry, I know what. I'll take a picture of Bruce with the ocean in the background and post it on Facebook for you all to see. Right on. How about that? Linda Lou, that crazy weather is here now, Cat. Oh, my gosh. Paul Wilson, hello, Bruce and everybody. Who else is here? Paul Wilson, welcome, my man. But Tima McCoy, hi everybody from Philadelphia. 42, still very cold in Philadelphia. Geek with Muscles, hi Bruce, how you doing? Roger Leonard, sunny 42 in Delaware. Booking.com again. True Janie Sue is here. Hello, clear skies and chilly in Big Spring this afternoon. No ad seen at this time. True Janie is in Texas. Geek with Muscles boarding Navigator tomorrow, 9 days. Geek with Muscles, you are my source for information on that ship. You tell me all about it. Linda Lou, hi Scott. Kirk Brunson, hi Bruce. New York City, checking in. Right on, the Big Apple has arrived. Roger Leonard, hi Linda Lou. Carl Peterson, hello Bruce and everybody. Hello Carl. Moments that matter travel. Hi Bruce and the TWB family. It's another hot one in Orlando. It's 79 degrees and humid. Moments that matter travel. Welcome to the show. Welcome to my channel. Those of you who don't know, Moments That Matter Travel is a YouTube channel all about traveling. Check them out too. And formerly known as Florida. What's the name of your other one? I keep forgetting. It's Florida, not Action, but Florida something Realty. It's the same folks. Welcome to the chat, and I'm glad you came in on your channel. It's great. I'm glad you're here. True Jenny, I'll be boarding Navigator on the 29th. I'm very excited. True Jenny, you're going to give me a report as well. Rob Sutter, hello everybody from Wilmington, Delaware. Right on, Rob. Welcome, buddy. Scott Weber, hi everybody. It's 58, partly cloudy in Palos Verdes today. Rained earlier. Gas $3 a gallon for regular. That's better than usual in California, but could be better as a whole. But better than 4 something, right? Roger Leonard, hi Rob. Frederica here. Hello there, Frederica. Adam's airplane videos. Hi from Toronto. How you doing, buddy? Welcome back to the show. Moments that matter. I decided to sign as my travel agent today. I'm usually Florida Lifestyle Team. There you are. That's what you can all call me, Katie. Though. Cheers. Thank you, Katie. Catherine. Hey everyone. Hope you're having a great day. We are Catherine. Glenn Edinburgh from Brisbane. Hi, Bruce, and the TWB team. 29 Celsius, overcast in Brisbane today. The record for the 30-plus days in a row here was 48 days. 48 days in a row, 30 Celsius or warmer. That is hot. That's in the 80s every day, if not more. Linda Lou, booking.com for me too. Adam's airplane, -8 in Toronto Celsius. That's, what's that, about 20-something degrees, I guess. Deb Guimet, hi there, Paul Wilson. Roger, we're supposed to get 1 to 3 inches tonight. Adam's airplane, yeah, -8 in Toronto, just got a Spectrum of the Seas ad. Very interesting. Maybe they think you're going to go to China and get on it. I don't know. I mean, is that where it's going? Linda Lou, still chilly for you, Scott. Randy Lucas, greetings, Bruce, and all from just north of Phoenix, Arizona. A very nice sunny day with a high of 75 degrees. Still loving life in the new big-ass RV, and that is a big-ass RV that you got, buddy. Fantastic. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm hoping you're loving it and just taking the time to relax and enjoy, because the warm weather is coming. Absolutely beautiful, Randy. That is awesome. Did you get a new bike? I'm kind of curious, because something tells me you did, because you have a garage in the back of that rig of yours. Pretty cool stuff. Moments that matter travel. Way to grow. The growth is so exciting. Thank you, Cat Rose. How big is it? It's big. 37 feet long? It's huge. It's massive. Cat Rose, how big is it? Yeah, Geek with Muscles. I'm on it tomorrow, Bruce. Thank you, sir. Donnell, howdy, Bruce, and all in the TWB family. The ad tonight was for Epic again, the Irish Immigration Museum. I hope you hit 17,000 followers during today's show. I don't think that's going to happen during the airtime, although you never know. But it could be tonight or tomorrow. But we're on our way to 17,000 here. Linda Lou, way to go, Randy. Sylvan, hi, Bruce and all. 81 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny in Delray Beach, Florida. Enjoyable for libation and cigar. Hit that thumbs up button and the subscribe button too, folks. The Radisson 7 Seas ad just now. I'm grumpy today. Put a little more rum in that libation and make it a little easier. Scott Weber, how long can cruise lines keep their old ships running? Scott Weber, let me tell you, with the right kind of maintenance and depending on the build out, these ships can go an awfully long time. If you recall, you might know, if I give you the name of a ship called the Andrea Doria. That's a ship that collided with a ship known as the SS Stockholm back off the coast of Nantucket in the 50s. The Stockholm is still sailing today. That ship has been regurgitated and renamed. I think it's about to be retired finally. It's 70 years old, still sailing. Obviously, the ship has had a number of redos over the years, refurbishments again and again and again. But cruise ships or ships in general can go an awfully long time, depending on the kind of money the owners are willing to pour into her to keep the ship afloat and running properly. So it is not uncommon in the, let's say, the modern cruise ship business that we're in now. We're still seeing ships from the 90s and early 2000s still going, but that's not an old ship in the historical, business of ocean lining. The Queen Mary was retired after about 30 years of service, and what did her in was the jet engine on Boeing aircraft crossing the Atlantic in 6-8 hours instead of 5 days. But the Queen Mary also was done in by the fact that she been able to run as cheaply as she used to, she could have kept going a number of years longer in the North Atlantic, because college students could have crossed the North Atlantic for like $300 instead of flying across for $600-800. But the energy crisis came in the early 70s and knocked a whole bunch of ocean liners out of business entirely because they were just too inefficient to compete. Their costs were just soaring. As of course, at that time, inflation was 8 to 10% a year in G20 countries, so it was pretty bad. Nonetheless, today's modern cruise ship, the way they build them out now and the way they can re-renovate them and refurbish them, they can totally change the look and feel of a cruise ship, over a month or two time frame. $200 or $300 million later, you can make a big difference to a cruise ship. Look at Carnival right now. The Triumph is going into dry dock next week. She'll be in for 2 months and come out as the Sunrise, I believe. She will have a $200 million refurbishment, and she'll be completely different looking than before. But $200 million gets you a lot of new ship, obviously. So it's all a matter of how much money you want to pour into it. This particular ship, as I was saying, the Triumph, was built in 2000 or so. So she'll now be decked out for the next 10, 15 years. She'll probably go another 20. That'll make her a 40-year-old ship by the time she's retired out of the Carnival line. Now, Carnival, they might keep her for 10 more years, 15 years. Then they may sell her off to a secondary cruise line, but she'll probably still be in the seas at age 40 or 45. Still, annual money will have to be poured into her like in any other ship that's at sea. There's a budget for every ship at sea to keep them going, and every 5 years, cruise ships go in for refurbishing. So there you have it. One of the stats that I always like to remind myself of is, and this is just a tiny little thing, the Oasis class cruise ships that Norwegian, that Royal Caribbean runs, the really big boys, the Oasis of the Seas, Allure, Harmony, and Symphony of the Seas, they change out the towels and bedding every 90 days. Every 90 days, all the towels off, new towels in. Every 3 months. Just think about that kind of logistical turnover of what we touch every day when we're on a cruise ship. We touch the towels every day. We sleep in the bedding every night. Every 3 months, out with the old and in with the new set. Complete refurbishment every time. Every 5 years, the ships go in for a major refurbishment for mechanical and everything else. But these little things are done constantly on cruise ships. Stuff I would never think of. I mean, I'm still using towels in my house that are 10 years old. Towels that I used when I was in my 40s, I'm still using today. So yeah, every 90 days. Unbelievable. That shows you what you got to do. Anyway, there you have it. What's going on here? Any more comments coming in that I need to comment? I just want to make sure I'm up to speed here. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with everybody. Here we go. All right, here we go. Cat Road number. Scott Weber. Yes, it has been the coldest February on record here. We're not used to it. Monique is here. Hello, everybody. Today's ad for me was B&H. I don't even know what that is. 60 degrees in Cherry Point, North Carolina. Gas $2.39. That's a good price for gas, Monique. Welcome to the show today. Sylvan, we was poor. We didn't take holidays. We swam in the river. No slide, but plenty of weeds. when I'm talking about slides in those swimming pools. Yeah, we was poor. That old biddy, hi from St. Louis. Welcome from St. Louis, that old biddy. Kelly Haston, 70 degrees in Pensacola, Florida. The ad for the day was again Strayer University. Right on. Higher learning. Cat Rose, we camped when I was growing up at places that usually did not have pools. Geoff 72, hello from Vieira, Florida. Welcome. Welcome, Geo. Nice to have you. Geek with Muscles kids, laughing out loud. No, it's for adults after 3 pina coladas. That's what those slides are for. They're for adults. I love those slides. John LeBeau, no vacations growing up in New Jersey. Linda Lou, I hated camping until I camped in a big-ass RV. Then I didn't mind it. Roger Leonard, Kat, we were lucky to have a pool at the campground. There you go. Cool Jazz, hello. Tom Henry, how are you doing, buddy? Tom Henry, happy birthday, Cool. Hey, happy birthday, Cool Jazz. Way to go. Roger Leonard, we camped in Cape May, right next to the canal. Cat Rose, we usually were in southern Maine, right near the beach. Linda Lou, is it your birthday, Cool Jazz? Cool Jazz, thanks, buddy. What time is dinner tonight? Catherine Hennessy, I'm young at heart, but I'd probably break a hip, laugh out loud. Deb Guimet, hey, Cool Jazz, happy birthday to you. Scott Weber, growing up in California, we went camping everywhere. John LeBeau, happy birthday, Cool Jazz, thank you, Deb. Tom Henry, 7 o'clock our time, we're going for dinner. Todd Schaefer, hi, Bruce, new to your channel. Right on, Todd, welcome. I just returned from a cruise from New York City to the Bahamas on the Norwegian Escape. Was way too crowded, though. 2.5 hours to board started it. Isn't that something interesting, Todd? I think the berthing, the docking facilities in New York just aren't up to world standards. Like say in Miami, they get you on real quick there. Cool Jazz, thank you, John Scott Weber. Happy birthday, Cool Jazz. Stephen Clark, hi Bruce from Preston, Lancashire, England. Really enjoy your informative blog, Stephen. Thank you for your kind words and welcome from the UK. Todd Schaefer is going on to say here about his cruise on the Escape. I'm pretty sure I had food poisoning on day 2, resulting in a quarantine for both of us for 24 hours. Man, that's not good. Not good. Oh, Todd, that's ridiculous. Cool Jazz, I'll be dressed. Todd Schaefer missed the first port due to quarantine. Second port canceled due to wind. It was not such a good experience, but I do recommend the thermal spa. Now you're talking. Way to go, Todd. That's definitely where you want to be going. Geek with Muscles, I'll let you know. Cool Jazz, thank you, Scott. Cat Rose, I want to go on a smaller ship. Deb Gomet, Cool Jazz, doing anything special for your birthday? Cool Jazz, Tom Henry, what time tomorrow for Soggy Dollar? John LeBeau, we went to the beach to swim in Seabright, New Jersey. That's where we would go to go swimming in the summer times. Roger Leonard, New Jersey guy. Tom Henry, Soggy Dollar is Saturday. My tour for that is at 12:30. So after that, laugh out loud. No Speedo though. See my earlier post. I did try though. There's code words going on here. John LeBeau, yep. Roger grew up in Monmouth. Grew up in Monmouth, Colorado. Ed Tolson Jr. is here. Hello, everybody. 39 in the Bronx. Welcome, Ed Tolson, to the show. And welcome back, as always, Roger Leonard, exit 4, then exit 2, then adios. Catherine, Royal Caribbean, I'm willing to be a guinea pig. Just saying, laugh out loud. Just let me know. Cat Rose, why spend the money on a 3-day cruise? John LeBeau, GSP exit 109. Roger Leonard, laugh out loud. It's a Jersey thing. True Janie Sue, Lord have mercy. I will definitely be bringing my Dramamine on the Navigator. Well, I say I can't tell you whether they fixed it or not because they're not talking. Tom Henry Bruce's pick is posted on Facebook right now. Monique, does anyone know if the ship is booked and then goes into dry dock? What happens to the people that was scheduled? All right, if a ship is booked and the ship has to go into emergency dry dock, it never goes into dry dock with people on it. That never happens. So if you're on a cruise ship, let's say you're scheduled on a cruise 2 weeks from now, there's an issue with the cruise ship. Right now, they have to get it into emergency dry dock. Your cruise is canceled. That's what happens. Your cruise is canceled. The cruise line will, of course, give you a full refund, obviously. They will likely offer you and have been known to offer you a credit based on how much you paid for the cruise you are missing towards a future cruise. They may work with you depending on how much notice they have. If they know that, say, it's 2 months before your cruise is supposed to happen and your ship has to go into dry dock unexpectedly, then they might work with you and attempt to work with you to rebook you on something else right now. They might say to you, look, I know you're you're leaving Miami for a 1-week cruise on the such and such ship. Ship's in dry dock that week. How about this? We have a ship leaving Fort Lauderdale the same day or 2 days later, or we have a ship leaving Miami 2 days after the cruise you were going to go on. It's this ship going to this side. Would you be interested in that? They will work with you on that. They will help you compensate you for your air change if that's necessary. Or if you need to stay a day or so or 2 days in port because you get there early, they'll put you up in a hotel for a couple of nights while you're waiting for your ship to come in. And then they'll help you or rearrange your flight home because you're going to have to extend your flight coming back. They'll work with you. The cruise lines will bend over backwards to keep your business if it's within the realm of possibility. But it's not uncommon where they will contact you or your travel agent, and then the travel agent will call you and will offer you credits against a future cruise with full refund on the existing one, that type of thing. They might even throw you a cabin credit as an additional little, here's $200 spending money on the ship you're going to be on or the cruise you're going to go on later. Here's a little incentive to stay with us type of thing. Because it can happen. Ships break down. They're mechanical, and cruise lines do the best they can with what they've got. Not like American Airlines, where the plane from Miami to New York is out of commission. They might be able to route another plane into Miami the same day to get you out. But with American Airlines, they may have 5 flights a day or 10 flights a day, Miami to New York, and they'll just schedule you on a future flight on the same day to get you to where you got to go. Cruise ships don't work like that. They don't have 500 ships per cruise line. Carnival has a lot, but it's 26 or 29 is all they've got around the world deployments. Anyway, there you go. Let's see. John LeBeau, nobody else gets it. Say pork roll, egg, and cheese on a hard roll. See, there's code going on. I don't know what's going on. Nathina Bowman, hello from Florida. Hello, Nathina. Welcome to my channel and show. Glad you're here from Florida. Folks have been telling me how lovely the weather has been down there. It's not lovely here. Roger Leonard, I hear that. Kat Rose, does anyone hear anything about Panorama? The Panorama ship is coming out the end of this year for Carnival. It'll be based in Long Beach, Florida, and all is well. It's on time, no issues, lots of new features. We will hear a lot about this ship through the summer months as we get close to launch. Roger Leonard saying hi, Nathina. She's saying hello. Scott Weber, Bruce, it's Italian for emerald. Timothy Roy, hi all. Tom Henry, should I post Cool's pick? Tom Henry wants to know. Whatever you want. Donnell, hi, Tom and Paul. Hope you're having a great time on board the Dawn. Deb Guimet, Todd Schaefer, sounds like you had quite the trip. We were on the Escape this past month, February the 3rd to the 17th. Luckily, we did not have any problems. I'm sorry your cruise was such a challenge. Todd Schaefer, I did hear they were expecting 1,600 kids the following week, though. Oh, my gosh. Roger Leonard, 1,600 kids. Just shoot me. Deb Guimet, Nathina. Sylvan Forrest, I have sailed on Navigator of the Seas a long time ago. I loved it. Mid-sized, very nice ship. Stabilizer problems? I yearn for a good rocky cruise when there's a wave in my water glass when I drink water. Yes, if there's you got a water in hand, I suppose. But yeah, Sylvan, I don't think Sylvan would mind a wavy ride at all. Bring back memories. Linda Lou, laughing out loud. Roger, I hear you. Deb Guimet, Roger, laughing out loud. Me too. I Donnell, says Deb. Roger Leonard, that would be spring break, college, heard maybe. Deb, Roger Leonard, school vacation in the Northeast for grades 1 to 12. Oh my gosh, yeah, you want to be off those ships. So when that's happening, Donnell, hi there back. Deb Guimet, to you. Roger Leonard, no way would I want to deal with that. Too many kids. Cat Rose, the 13-nighter to Europe would be a nice trip. Camille, Castorina, watching your show makes me want to have a tropical drink while watching it. Well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. That's very good. Sylvia, hi, Bruce and everybody. No ad today. 65 and cloudy, getting ready to rain. Our dogwood trees and pear trees are blooming, and the pinks and white trees are so pretty. Greensboro, North Carolina. Unbelievable. Lucas Freeman was here for a minute. Tom Henry. Our laundry just came back, and my night shorts are missing. Put out an APB. Oh, here we go. Deb Guimet, Donnell, how are you doing today? Sylvan Forrest, Camille, I hardly ever watch this show without a rum and coke at my side and a good cigar. Lucas Friedman, don't know if you heard, but Navigator's stabilizer was replaced. I have not heard. I've been screaming to the skies. What happened to the stabilizer? How can you tell me that? How do you know that? Where have you heard that? When did you find this out? How did you find this out? Talk to me. Let me know. I'd love to know, Lucas, if you could. Deb, hi there, Sylvia. Camille, 69 now, low 61 in the south, in South Georgia. It might rain, says Camille. Sylvia, hi there, Deb. Sylvan Forest, Tom, go upside and check the flags. They might be flying up there. Shorts are on the flag. The royal salute is being made. Deb Gomet, Sylvan Forest, laughing out loud. Peter Heckema, hi Bruce and everybody. 75 today in Tarpon Springs, Florida. I believe he's talking about this Tarpon Springs, Florida, right here. My buddy Peter Heckema, he sent me this shirt. Peter, thank you again for sending both myself, and I, and Jennifer a Tarpon Springs shirt. I was showing it off today with my Speedo because I was thinking of you and saying to the gang, you know, it's not necessarily Speedo weather, but you know, you can always wear one with the other. You know, you kind of can't get around. Anyway, welcome Peter to the show and the channel. I'm glad you're here. With the great prices on MSC cruises, we have decided to try one of their cruises, $609 per person for 7 days. How can you lose? Plus free drinks and Wi-Fi, and that would be on the seaside, I would think. If I'm not mistaken, you can correct me if I'm wrong. That's awesome, Peter. That's a pretty good deal. Deb was wondering, where are you going to be going? Jeanette Smith, I'm new, Texas. It's cold, 40. Welcome, Jeanette Smith, from the beautiful state of Texas. Thank you for joining me. It's 40 degrees. Hang in there. You're doing better than I am because I'm at 32, and I would love to have 40 to see the snow melt. Sylvan Forest, Peter, MSC will match your fidelity level with other cruises. I checked, and I qualify for black status with MSC. Peter Heckman says, Deb, we're going to the Western Caribbean. Dave Elner, hi, Bruce. Dave Elner from Long Island, New York, 30 degrees, $2.32 a gallon, driving home. Welcome, Dave, to the show. Drive safe. Keep it on the lines, between the lines there. Donnell, hi, Deb. I'm very well today, thanks. A long wait of 14 whole months before my 7-night cruise on the MSC Grandiosa from Barcelona, starting on May the 1st. Right on, Donnell. Scott Weber, Cat Rose, I'm booked in an Havana cabin for April the 4th, 2020 sailing. Right on, Havana cabin. Should be great. Steve Berg, hi Bruce, hi everybody. Hope everyone's having a great week. Today's high temperature in Minneapolis, Minnesota, 25 degrees. The ad today was for Booking.com, and the gas price today, $2.24 a gallon. Isn't that interesting? Booking.com is advertising on my channel. I keep telling the folks at vacations2go.com that they should be sponsoring me on this channel so that I keep putting out the word. I would have their logo right here all the time. But they have not chosen to do that at this time. So what can I say? Well, maybe Booking.com might want to sponsor this channel. You never know. Who can say? Ruben Mendez, watching from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the city of brotherly love. You're not the only one, Ruben. I've got a number of Philadelphians who watch me, and I welcome you to the crowd. I'm glad you're here too. Cat Rose, yay. Roger Leonard, Rubens, Philadelphia, signed Harper. Not sure what that means. Peter Heckema, thanks, Sylvan. I will look into it. Yeah, Peter, definitely check out your MSC status there. Dimitri, hi from Alaska. Dimitri, what you doing up there? Welcome, buddy. Deb, Peter Heckema, we just did that. We just did that first 2 weeks of February on the Escape. Looking forward to your take on the cruise line. What ship? So Deb wants to know what ship Peter's going to be on. Sherry, Awesome Sunsets. Hello, Bruce. Hi, everybody. How you doing, Sherry, Awesome Sunsets Travel? She has her own YouTube channel. Check her out. Camille, Stephen Clark. So you watching from Preston, Lancashire, England. That's cool. Lived in Manchester, Lancashire, England, 2 years when getting doctorate. American, what's that? All American, and back in America now. Right on. Fantastic. Johnny Fitzhume. Hello, everybody. Hi, Johnny. How are you, buddy? Paul Wilson. I'll be heading home finally by tomorrow. Can anyone help me with directions to my house? Laugh out loud. Peter Heckema, Deb, it is the seaside. He's going to be on the MSC seaside. Deb Gumet, hi, Dimitri. Sylvia, Tom, hello. Nice pics you have posted. Cat Rose, so cute, Tom. John Paolillo, hi from Connecticut, 33 degrees right now. Can't wait to board the Celebrity Equinox in 3 weeks. I don't blame you, my man. You should have a wonderful time. Cheers to everyone, by the way, from Traveling with Bruce, from Creston, British Columbia. I hope you're all having a great day, having a great week. Thank you very much. I'm on tonight at 8 o'clock for trivia. If you can pop by and say hi, that would be great. We have 50 thumbs ups today. Thank you for that already. Let's continue on with the chat and see who else is here. Steve Berg, we're in for another snowstorm tomorrow, going to dump 3 to 5 inches on us again on top of the piles of snow we already have here. Unbelievable, Steve. Sylvia, Sherry, awesome. How you doing? Lucas Friedman, hi from Connecticut. Sheila Thompson, hi, Bruce. Man, those deals sound nice. Nice ride home listening today. Thank you. Yes, those deals, Sheila, are pretty interesting. I saw the pricing. I saw the itinerary. I found the first one. The first one was that LA to Miami cruise. And I thought, wow, you know, LA, Miami for $668, even though it's an inside room. Geez, what a deal. And I thought, geez, you know, that gets into Miami right around the middle of April. Isn't that when all the repositioning cruises take off for Europe? And yeah, they do. And sure enough, the next day, I found a couple on the 14th, but I picked this one that was going to Southampton. There's another one taking you to Rome. Fantastic opportunities here for cruising. You don't have to spend gazillions to do it. There are deals depending on when you can go. Sherry, awesome sunsets. Hello, Sylvia, Deb, Kat, everybody. Deb Goodman, hi, Sherry. Sylvia, parasailing. Oh, no, laugh out loud. Tom Henry, thanks, Sylvia and Kat. Sylvia saying hi there, Kat. Kat Rose, alas, my traveling will be flying back east to deal with my family stuff. That's what her traveling will be. Sherry, awesome. Very cold here in St. Louis, 29 degrees, about an inch of sleet on the ground, 8 inches of snow coming this weekend in St. Louis. Oh, gosh. Yeah, it'll get warmer, but it usually gets warmer when the NHL playoffs start. That's when St. Louis heats up. But that's still 5-6 weeks away, Sherry. So between now and then, I don't know. Cool Jazz, Deb, I had a blast with Mom today. No, I had breakfast with Mom today. That's what I did. She's also baking me a cake. Right on, Cool Jazz. It's your birthday. Congratulations. Happy birthday, Cool Jazz. Cat Rose, Sherry, Ick, Sleet, Ick. Sherry, I should have stayed in Florida. That's right. Tom Henry, oops, we found the missing pants, laugh out loud. I couldn't find my TWB Sexton shirt and found the shorts while looking right with the other shorts back from the laundry. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Oh, Tom, hang in there, buddy. Hi there, Sherry. Awesome, he says. Sherry, I know, right, Kat? Hello, Sherry says, cool Jazz. And cool, happy birthday from Sylvia Swan. Cool Jazz says, Tom Henry, what can I order tonight? Dimitri, do you know for sure which cruise lines are part of the NCL family? Can't find that info online anywhere. Well, that's easy to find out. You just go to ncl.com, Google it, and you'll find their cruise line. They own Regent Seven Seas, and they own Oceania, and they run Norwegian cruise lines. Those are the three that they own and operate. Oceania and Regent Seven Seas. Both of those are like a 5.5, 6.5 star kind of line, higher end. Very much more expensive than Norwegian. There was a time Norwegian was in financial trouble about 20 years ago. It got taken over by a group out of Hong Kong that was not doing too well with it. The Genting group. The Genting people were able to bring in the Apollo Finance group. They came in, took a big chunk of the company. And they reorganized it and then started building out new ships and refurbishing the old ones, changing management and all of their systems. And then they went public on the New York Stock Exchange and kept raising money. And slow but surely, Genting sold out. And now Apollo has been selling back out as they're taking their cash out of their investment, have done very well for themselves. And Norwegian is now owned by a huge consortium of pension funds around the world and shareholders. And the company at the moment is making money. And that's the story on Norwegian. A little history for you anyway. Cool Jazz, thank you, Sylvia. Deb, Cool Jazz, glad to hear it. Cat Rose, going to be nice today and tomorrow, then forecast rain. Oh my gosh, Cat Rose for the weekend. Cool Jazz, Deb, Mom is 91 years old. She's cooking dinner also. Tom Henry, Cool Jazz, how about a ribeye steak? Moments that matter travel. Thanks for the warm welcome, Bruce. As I begin to build my YouTube channel, I'm going live at the Magic Kingdom on Saturday morning. I would love to have some of the TWB family watch. So you want to watch her live on Saturday. She's at the Magic Kingdom. Could be interesting. You have to check out her channel. Cool Jazz. Okay, Tom, I'm in. Sherry, awesome. Hello, moments that matter travel. Deb Gourmet, Cool Jazz. God bless her. You're so lucky to have her around. Mom, that is. Cool Jazz. I know, Deb. Really glad about that. Mark Dirksen, countdown to Celebrity Equinox is 9 days. I will be. It will be strange being on a ship compared to the Royal Caribbean Jewel I was on weeks ago. I'll report live with Internet Package again. Right on, Mark. Keep us posted on what's going to happen on the Equinox. That's fantastic. Moments that matter. Thank you, Sherry. Awesome. Cat Rose. I think renaming ships is traditionally bad luck. That's what I've heard too. Cool Jazz. Tom Henry. Did you edit your error about the fantasy? Tom Henry. We are signing off. The internet is really bad. Bruce gets 3 words in, then it buffers. He's still talking about the bad stabilizers. All right. What error? Cool. Cool Jazz, the fantasy pick. Cool Jazz, that was Fascination in Barbados. Cool Jazz, I'll see you later at dinner, Tom. Tom Henry, I don't know what you're talking about. Need more details. Cool Jazz, your post on Facebook from Barbados, Tom Henry. Okay, the Fascination is the old 1990 ship we would have been on. Got the name wrong. Cool Jazz, you got it. Tom Henry, we'll fix that later. Cool Jazz, you have the pick at dinner tonight. Cat Rose, will cruise ships ever get to the point of being too big? They've been saying that since the 1900s, the 1910s, the 1920s. The Titanic was supposed to be too big. The Lusitania was too big. The Queen Mary was too big. The Queen Elizabeth original was too big. The SS Norway, the SS France. When these ocean liners went belly up, they all said, "You see, told you, they were too big. They can't make it." And here we are now with Symphony of the Seas, the biggest ship in the world, doing just fine. Thank you very much, making all kinds of money. And the 6th Oasis-class ship now being built for Royal Caribbean, which will be larger than the Symphony of the Seas by a couple of feet and by several thousand tons. They keep making them bigger. So that has not happened yet, Kat. It hasn't happened yet that they're too big. Now, people have their opinions as to what kind of ship they'd like to be on versus not. That I understand fully. Roger Leonard, good question, Kat. Paul McNally, Dublin, Ireland, $1.30 a liter for gas. Welcome, Paul McNally, to the show from Dublin. I'm glad you're here. $1.30 a liter for gas in euros, so that would bring it about about $1.45 American, I'm going to guess, a liter, and 3.7 of those will get you a U.S. gallon. So. Yeah, that's kind of like $5 a gallon US. That's expensive. Yeah, that's for sure. Dave Elder, B&H is a photo and video store in New York City. Well, that's interesting, Dave. A local ad from the Big Apple. Pretty cool. Sherry, awesome. Our towels were tattered on the Oasis. I was a little surprised, but I know they're getting a refurbish soon. That is true, Sherry. The entire ship is getting refurbished, and I think they're letting you use the old ones right to the end. That's what's going to happen there. Sherry, happy birthday, Cool Jazz. Cool Jazz, thank you, Sherry. Aluni is here, cold here in the Dallas area. Gas is $2.22 a gallon from what is that? From CA Morro Bay for vacation as a kid. California, Morro Bay is where you went to vacations as a child? Is that what you're saying? Monique, okay, thanks, Bruce. Leandro is here. Hi, Bruce. This weekend, start the big carnival party at Las Palmas City with the Carnival Queen and the big Drag Queen Festival. We'll send some pictures. Should be fun. Deb Gourmet. Hi, Paul McNally and Lunai. Cat Rose, I wonder why no news about the panorama lately. There will be. They're saving it up. Let's see here. What else is going on here? Cat Rose, I wonder why no news about the panorama. Nina, so Bruce, when are you finally getting on a cruise? Nina Frank in Sweden, welcome, my dear, to the show, to the channel. Jennifer and I are plotting the year as we go on here. Right now, our number one thing in our sights right now is between now and about the latter part of March, we are heading out back to Los Angeles to see our daughter, who is finishing her work contract at the end of March. And we have promised her that we will be back there with our car and we will load up our vehicle with a bunch of the stuff she's picked up from LA, the little fashion hound that she is. And we'll be bringing back some of her clothing back to Canada for her. But we're going to incorporate a little visit to some friends of mine who happen to have a winter getaway in the Phoenix area. And so we're going to drive from Creston to Los Angeles first, spend about a week there, and then drive into Phoenix and spend about a week there, and then work our way back to Canada in early April. So it's going to be sort of a late March, early April timeframe, 2-week thing, 2-week, 3-week, whatever it is, 2.5 weeks. I'll be on the air, on the road, like I did before from LA when I did LA the last time, but I'll be on the road. I'll be on the air also from Phoenix. So that's the first thing that's on our to-do list, is the return of the chosen one back to her native Calgary, and we will catch up with her once we return back to Canada as well. As far as cruising goes, I am looking at something in the fall and winter as my preferred time frame, but I have nothing has been chosen yet, nothing has been identified yet, and when I know, you'll know, because as soon as I have something, I will brag about it. I will be talking about it, and then you guys will see if we catch up with you either on the ship, or whether I will see some of you prior to a cruise or after a cruise with some organized meet and greet events in the areas we're looking at getting to. So I'll let you know when I know. Can't wait. Quite excited. Cat Rose, Long Beach, California, I think. Cat Rose, Leonardo, that sounds like a blast. Scott Weber, Cat Rose, yep, it's Long Beach. Sylvan, mangoes in the tree across the street are the size of a quarter. Gotta love it. Lucas Friedman, keeping up on Cruise Critic. Look up Navigator of the Seas Dry Dock. It's one of the earlier pages, completely redone. Thank you, Lucas, for this info. I have not seen it. I must have missed it. That is great stuff, because the cruise line's not bragging about it. They should be. Sylvan, oh, Bruce, wear the tarpon spring shirt and fly the Speedo from a mast. Leandro, hi. I was on November 25th, 2018 on the Navigator, 9-day cruise from Miami. No heavy shaking, some small rolling. Very good, sir. Deb Gourmet, laughing out loud. Sylvan. Sue Alexander, hi from Georgia. Hi, Sue Alexander. Henry 407 from the land of Bill, Little Rock, Arkansas. Cool 41. Welcome, Henry 407. To the show from Arkansas, from Little Rock. Luke the Baller, it's 25 degrees where I live. I'm looking forward to my cruise next month in the Caribbean. I would say you would be. Roger Leonard, adios, all feeding time. Sue Alexander, my cruise leaves March the 30th. James Wilson, Littleton, Colorado, 55 degrees. Gas, 203 a gallon. Leaving March 30th. Norwegian Star, Panama Canal, 14 days. Right on. Fantastic. That is the trip that I was talking about. I think, am I not talking about? Yeah, that's the cruise I was talking about. You can join him on that cruise for $668 for an inside room, $785 ocean view, $1318 balcony. He is on. James Wilson is on the Panama Canal cruise I was just talking about. Deb Gourmet, hi Sue from Georgia. Deb Gourmet, bye Roger. Roger, bye Deb. Sue Alexander, hi Deb. Deb, Sue Alexander, where are you going and on what ship? Sherry Awesome, congrats Sue Alexander. Which ship, by the way? To Deb, Celebrity Summit, Southern Caribbean, from San Juan. It'll be the second trip after its dry dock from its revolutionizing. Right on. It'll be all spruced up, ready to go. Lucas Friedman, there's a link to the Refurbisher's website with photos. Thank you, Lucas. Deb Gourmet, Sue Alexander, wow, that's the ship we were thinking of booking out of Bayonne on May 26th. Can't wait to hear your impressions of the ship. Right on. Who do we got here? Sue. The other 3 cruises I have cruises on were Costa's Flavia, Carnival's Festival, and NCL's Norway. Sherry Awesome, sounds fantastic. Sue. Deb Gourmet, Sue. We have never cruised Celebrity before either. We have done All America, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean. We booked Mr. and Mrs. Travelers group cruise to Europe, 7/20/20. Dimitri with status match and drinking package as well as Wi-Fi. I'm going to try MSC. Yeah, you folks, if you have status on any existing cruise line right now and you take an MSC cruise in the Caribbean on the seaside, they will give you the benefits that you would normally get on your home cruise line on their cruise line. So with the deals that they're offering for free drinks and Wi-Fi, you only have to pay the tipping on the drink package. There's some good pricing out there for cruises. So something for some of you to consider if you can make it to the Florida area and catch the cruise. Linda Lou, Debbie, my birthday. Scott Weber, what is the cruising season in East Asia? Scott Weber wants to know. Well, let's see, East Asia. What are you talking about now? Are you talking about Indonesia, Philippines? Are you talking more like you're not talking, obviously, no, you're not talking about Japan, or are you? Maybe you are. I'm trying to figure this out in my brain here. I would say being north of the equator, you're looking at the same season as we are. So we're talking spring and summer. If you're dealing further south, then you're talking about now. You're talking more like a fall and winter, because Australia right now is just coming out of summer. That would be the timing as far as I can see it. Deb Gomet, Linda Liu, 7/20/20. Scott Weber, Japan, China, Korea. So Japan, China, Korea would be North American kind of weather. You know, in the winter, it's winter. Winter here, winter there. So you're talking spring, summer, and fall for cruising in that region. Now, if you can do something in the late fall, say late fall, southern Japan, Vietnam area, it'll be pleasant, not oppressively hot. But the further south you go, it's always hot and humid no matter what. It never changes. So you have to keep an eye on that. Scott, I would say, Scott, what I would do is for the best deals for East Asia, go to vacationstogo.com and just look up cruises in that region, and you'll see the pricing, varying and the selection varying, and you'll see what I mean. The good news about vacationstogo.com, though, is if you go there, you find cruises in this area here with these countries. You click on the name of the port. If you're looking at one of the itineraries, you click on the name of the port that you're going to for, say, let's say it's Hanoi, or it's Kobe, Japan, or Nagasaki, or whatever you as soon as you click on it, it'll tell you what the weather is like all year round. It gives you a month-by-month high and low average for temperature, humidity, and rain, how many days of rain in each month. That might help you decide when you want to go on a cruise to East Asia and when you may not want to go on a cruise to East Asia. Just a thought. Linda Liu saying hi to Sherry. Sherry saying hi to Linda Liu. Guys, I've caught up with your messages today. We had 54 thumbs ups today. Not a bad run for a Thursday. I'm on again at 8 o'clock tonight for trivia. I hope you can come by and see me, play some games. I've got them all set up, ready to go. The trivia questions are ready. Some of them are, let me just take a look at them right here. Oh, yes, I've got some Hollywood tonight. I've got some, I got some food and cities. I got stuff. I got a variety of questions here for you. I'm not getting any more details about that, but come on by for trivia. We'll have some fun tonight for that. 8 o'clock Eastern time, should last about an hour. Thank you for joining me today and participating in my chat and reacting to my comments. These two cruises are kind of interesting, aren't they? One from LA to Miami and the other one Miami to Southampton. 27 days at sea for under $1,300 a person for the base fare. Yeah, it's called giving it away at cost. You can eat more than that for breakfast and lunch, let alone dinner. What a deal. And all you got to do then is fly home one way back from Europe. And I'll tell you, flying home one way in early May, still cheap. Shoulder season, easy to get a good deal all the way back to Los Angeles if that's where you're starting from. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, everybody, for joining me and being part of the show. Cheers to everybody from Traveling with Bruce here. Thank you for acquiring some of these items on my Traveling with Bruce RedBubble Store site. The site has been revamped. I don't know if you know that, but we've revamped the site quite a bit. And also, thank you for those of you who are going to Amazon, picking up some items on Amazon.com through my affiliate link. Can't thank you enough. All right, that's it for the show. It is 6:15 Eastern. I'm on the air in an hour and 45 minutes for live trivia. I'll see you then. Otherwise, it'll be tomorrow at 5 o'clock for my regular Friday show. Have a good evening, everybody. Thanks for popping by. Stay safe, stay warm, stay healthy, and we'll see you tonight at 8, otherwise tomorrow at 5. Bye for now.